All right, welcome back to the Sports Desk Live. Of course, your guy one more time, Dedrick L, Hicks Jr. And of course, man, we're here to discuss what happened yesterday in the AFC and NFC championship games. All right, but before we get started with that, do us a favor, man. Show us some support. If you like what you're hearing and what you're seeing, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and spread the word, man. There's a new sports brand out of Jacksonville, Florida called the Sports Desk Live, and we're here to be consistent. We're talking in many varieties of different sports topics, the hottest sports topics in the world on a consistent basis. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the AFC championship game where he did it again. Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, and the Kansas City Chiefs did it again. All right, the Chiefs winning this game in Baltimore, and it's so amazing to me that a lot of people thought that Mahomes going on the road was going to be something really significant. Now, in out of respect for Buffalo and Baltimore, it was, because we never seen Mahomes on the road during the playoffs. And now all of those questions and all of those conversations could be put to bed. They aced those tests and they are now going to another Super Bowl. 6 years starting for Mahomes, 6 AFC championship games for Mahomes, and now he is going to his 4th Super Bowl. Let the GOAT conversation begin. That's right. All right. So let's touch on the game a little bit. This was more of the Kansas City Chiefs, in my opinion, defeating the Baltimore Ravens. I've seen the conversations of, Baltimore gave the game away. Did Lamar play his best? No. Did he have a bad game? No. But in these games, like we all know, if you are great and you have those tendencies to uplift and rise above in the most pressure-packed moments, you do that. And in my opinion, Lamar just did not do that. You know who did do that? Patrick Mahomes did that. You know who else did that? Travis Kelce did that. You know who else did that? Andy Reid did that. The Ravens had a hell of a season. One for the ages for their organization. But as always, when you have that home field, it's for a reason. You can ease your chances of getting to a Super Bowl. And I was rooting for Lamar. I'm a fan of Lamar Jackson. He's going to win his second MVP, and rightfully so. But I've learned you do not go against the king, the best, and that is Patrick Mahomes. He has not given us any reason whatsoever to make us think that he is going to lose. He lost to the GOAT Tom Brady twice, and he lost to Joe Burrow in a really game Cincinnati Bengals team who ultimately went to the Super Bowl. But in this regards, going into the number 1 seeded Ravens with the MVP on the other side of the field, he just showed us once again that he is that guy, that dude, number 1, uno, whatever you want to call him. He is that. Patrick Mahomes, again, elevated, going 11 for 11 with his first 11 passes in the game. Just slinging the ball all downfield. Travis Kelce just doing what he wanted to do. The offense was flowing so beautifully throughout the first quarter and the second quarter before the Ravens woke up. Well, by the time they woke up, it was too late. Costly turnovers for the Ravens. Zay Flowers, oh my God, what a gut punch of a turnover that was as well. But Lamar just could not find himself in position to get over. Now, this is not all on Lamar. What was up with the play calling? My goodness. You guys were the best rushing team in the league yesterday, and all of a sudden you want to turn Lamar Jackson into Peyton Manning? That's not his game. I didn't understand the philosophy used by the Ravens to try to win this football game. The Ravens defense came out flat. They didn't know what was going on in the first half of that game. The second half, they kind of clamped down, but like I said, it was too late. Mahomes didn't make any mistakes. Has anybody out there seen him throw an interception in the playoffs this year? I haven't. Has anybody seen him fumble costly? I haven't. And that's the difference. That's the difference. Again, when the stakes are high, the greats rise. And Patrick Mahomes did that. Travis Kelce did that. Andy Reid did that. The Ravens will be back. No doubt about it. Lamar Jackson will be in the mix. They will be back. But by the way, Joe Burrow is coming back. And by the way, Mike Tomlin said he's staying with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Cleveland Browns, they have some stuff in the cabinet out there that they can make a fine dish for the AFC North, and we'll see what happens with that. there's a lot to go on before you just all hail the king, the Ravens of the AFC North. Because like I know, that's one of the toughest divisions of football. And this was Lamar's chance. Not to say he won't get another one, but we know how hard it is for a team to consistently be great. Except for one team. And that team is the Kansas City Chiefs. And how do I know that? And how do you know that? Because we saw it on the AFC Championship Sunday, where they rose to the occasion yet again. 6 straight AFC Championship games, clinching their 4th Super Bowl appearance in 5 years. That's what consistently great looks like. Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens, that story is to be continued. All right, let's move along to the NFC Championship game. And wow. What a game. What an atmosphere. It looked like the Lions were going to absolutely run away with this game in the first half. Game of 2 halves, right? First with the AFC Championship game, and now with the NFC Championship game. But in this game, Brock Purdy answers some questions that I, and maybe you, have been wanting to know about. Does he have what it takes deep down inside to beat that guy? And to be that guy against all odds, against massive adversity, would he be able to shine? Would he be able to maneuver? Would he be able to make the necessary plays and make the key decisions to uproot his team from abysmal performance in the first half and get a W? And Brock Purdy answered those questions yesterday, and that answer is yes. Masterful play calling by Kyle Shanahan. Masterful performance by that defense to complete the comeback and clinch the 49ers ticket to the Super Bowl. But before we do that, Dan Campbell, the coaching staff of the Detroit Lions, are not regrettable of being overly aggressive. I understand that. You fight all year long for opportunity to get to the Super Bowl. But the reason why Dan Campbell is the head coach, and the reason why he has all his staff and everybody around, because there's a train of thought that will go into, hey, we're just going to make the best and smart decision possible. And Dan Campbell, yet again, set his team up to not do that. With a field goal, you would have had a 3-possession game, and it would have took 3 possessions or more for the 49ers to complete the comeback. But they were afforded some bail by Dan Campbell and by the Detroit Lions. Now, can you blame them? No, I'm not here to blame. I'm here to talk, in my opinion, common sense. This is a trip to the Super Bowl. This doesn't happen every year. Well, for some. But for the Detroit Lions, it hasn't happened. In my 39 years of living, I've never seen the Detroit Lions in the NFC Championship game, yet alone the Super Bowl. And I feel like in those key moments, being a little bit smarter and taking some points would have helped the Detroit Lions ultimately probably be in a much better position to hang on and survive in that game. But we got guys like Christian McCaffrey and George Kittle and Debo and Ayuk, and led by their new leader, Brock Purdy. When the doors stay open, great teams and great athletes and great coaching, they tend to walk right through them. And the Detroit Lions opened up the door for the San Francisco 49ers, and the 49ers said thank you. And now they're cashing their ticket, heading into a rematch against the Baby Goat and the Kansas City Chiefs. Now we'll talk about the Super Bowl as we get ready for it. We're 2 weeks away from that. But I do want to say this one last thing about the Lions. They're not going anywhere. They're really talented and well coached. And I can only help but think about one team in particular, and it drives me crazy, and that's the Jacksonville Jaguars. Me being a Jaguar native and a Jaguar supporter, the entire time the Lions were on the field yesterday, I thought about them and what could have been or what maybe could come. I guess we have to stay tuned, because I'm pretty sure you guys want to hear me talk and bellyache about the Jacksonville Jaguars. But congratulations to the Lions and the Ravens for a great season. And a big congratulations for the 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs that will be in this year's Super Bowl in Las Vegas. We're excited to see. Can't wait what happens. But I just want to give my spiel and reaction on the way yesterday's championship Sunday games played out. All right. So stay tuned for more content here on the Sports Desk. We will be more consistent, talk about the hottest sports topics in all the sports. NBA, MMA, WWE, you name it, blockbuster trades, whatever. We're going to be talking about it for sure. All right. So again, hit that subscribe button if you like what you're hearing and what you're seeing. And again, we appreciate all the support. And we'll see you next time on the next episode of the Sports Desk Live. All right. Peace.